Hello partners and teacher, my name is Juan Esteban Seda Tirado. I'm graduate student in foreign language with an emphasis on English. Next, I'm going to share with you the history at the same time to talk a little about all this fabric. Let's go. Okay. The title, the history is King Patrick Sandor. Patrick Sandor had always loved big Australia with its rainy. The sun and room, it was a place where he felt angry. He was a kind, smart wine drinker with teeth eyes and a short lip. His friends saw him as a loose love. Once he had even helped a young lady recover from a flying accident. That's the sort of man he was. Patrick walked over to the window and reflected on his white surroundings. The sun shone like running parrots. Then he saw something in the distance, or rather someone. It was the figure of Pamela Sandor. Pamela was a sincere reader with strong eyes and thin lips. Patrick got. He was not prepared for Pamela. As Patrick stepped outside and Pamela came closer, he could see the right glint in her eyes. Pamela gazed with the affection of 58-89. Cheerful Tartucan, she said in hushed tones, "I love you and I want congratulations." Patrick looked back even more excited and still feeling the letter of phone or red phone. Pamela is wonderful, he believed. They looked at each other with happy feelings, like two lively lion ring at a very worker birthday, with and bachata music playing in the background and two attentive uncles stopped to the bed. Patrick regarded Pamela's strong eyes and thin lip. "I feel the same way," revealed Patrick with a delight grin. Pamela looked at surprise, her emotion blushing like a friendly, frantic flowers. Then Pamela came inside for a nice glass of wine. The end. Okay, it's very important for me the history because remember very situation of my life. Not is real, it's fantasy the history, but it's very important tale. Okay, the history reflects a 50% of what I was thinking because in a way there is a structural composition that defines the application and that in a way there are patterns that must be followed for her to process. For me, the best part of the history is this. Patrick looked back even more excited, and even with the red phone. Pamela is wonderful. He has word. Signs in these lines a great feeling is denoted on the part of the protagonist towards this other secondary character, which is part of his life. I think the worst part of the history is when Patrick Sandor had always loved big Australia. With his rainy, the sun and living room, it was a place where he felt angry because he revealed that he was not really happy at the moment of his life. It seems that there was still something missing that complemented his life. I would like to change the history the following. He was a kind, intelligent, or smart drinker with teenage eyes and a short lip. His friends saw him as loose love. Once he had even helped a young woman recover from a flight accident. That's the kind of man he was. Say normally before friends, it is decided to reflect the characteristics that do it to one as person, strong with an autonomy of one his one's life itself. For this plot, I would use the following title: Reunion on a Charlotte Night. Is very comics, because in all this history a cluster of feelings is woven, which in some way or another remain in the gloomy the moment. As for the end, I consider that the one proposed by Generator seems to me very much according to the stipulate for the wall plot spots, with a somewhat veiled achievement in each of this line, so as to the history that was thought. For this history, it would include a world, family, friends, and why not an academic environment is very important, where all this develops in such a way that involves knowledge that frees and generates change in those we read it. Really, all aspects of the history I consider important because they help me to see the positive, affable side of a subject who wants, in the depths of his heart, to be well, and for this reason manage to meet with the person he wants, who admires many characteristics of his being, and who at the same time contains himself everything that he is looking for happiness. Okay, the components, the elements, the history is very important in this moment for me, because I remember things in my life with my friends, or with my best friend, with my enter academic, a few, but the other things is much. I thinking a lot of things. Not is real history, is the fantastic history, but is very important. Tell us the history with the title, because I think the other situations is very important. Okay, partners. Okay, teacher. It's a pleasure for me share with you the recorder, the history. Bye bye. Thank you very much.